Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on your show time. We're going to be doing a Heroes of the Storm replay here, a game that is going to be against two beautiful Heroes of the Storm clans or guilds, or however you want to say it. On one side we got Sinix, and then on the other side we got 2+2. This is a scrimmage match between the two teams, and we have a very interesting matchup here. So what we got on the blue team is something that I really enjoy. We got a Tassadar, Ariel, Lunara, plus two tanks, Arthas and Leoric. Really cool. I really like it. It's going to be good on the blue team. They got my secret vote, everyone. They're the ones that I want to actually win. Just kidding. I'm gonna try to cast a little bit fair here. So we got Greymane, Chin, Uther, Stitches, and Kel'Thas at the bottom. So we got a lot of just damage coming out for them. The Greymane is going to do a lot of damage, and the KT is going to do a lot of damage. A lot of AoE damage with the Healanese Cocktail, since it looks like Greymane is going that Cocktail build. We got Chin, who's extremely tanky, especially when it comes to Lunara. Lunara is all about that poison damage, and Chin's all about just drinking and gaining that shield. So it's going to be very difficult for Lunara to actually bring his health down if she is focusing the Chin. Up at the top we got Leoric and Stitches. They are going to go head to head and try to take out each other. There's not really a lot that's going to be happening right now. We just got a few people rotating. We got the blue team down south, the red team's rotating south themselves to try to get a gank on someone. Arthas is backing out, going with Ariel and Lunara. Lunara is getting hit by Chin, and Chin's doing what he does best. He's soaking up that poison damage. He's good at just drinking alcohol and soaking up the toxins and soaking up the poisons. I don't know what it is about pandas, but they're apparently really good about drinking and all about that toxicity. You know what I'm saying? So the red team is just rolling around looking for. It looks like they're on the hunt for at least a gank here, trying to get a kill. Uther, KT, Greymane, and Chin. Chin's trying to just jump in there. He doesn't have a lot of stuns, or he doesn't have a lot of slows, but he is able to get in front of the target and body block them with his fat panda body. So sometimes that works out for him. Stitches is really the one that's trying to hook them in. Chin's going to do right there what you just saw, a drunken haze. I forget what it's called, a barrel toss, an alcoholic brew in your eye, which slows the target a little bit, so that Greymane and KT could pick up that kill, as well as Uther could do a hammer, stun them for about a second, and then KT and Greymane are supposed to do their damage. So Arthas is trying to get a root on someone, so he's going in. He's making it a little bit difficult for the red team to move around. He is getting low. He's going to have to back out here. Lunara is trying to do as much damage, trying to fill up Ariel's hope bar so she can heal. Lunara does get caught out. Uther does hit her. She is throwing that spear, chunking it at people, doing that damage. That Ariel's hope is going up. And it looks like the red team has claimed the shrine for now. The blue team is all healed up. They did take that sippy cup, so that they're going to be topped off. The red team is a little bit low. Stitches is about. Oh, Lunara does get pulled in. She gets stunned. There is a lot of damage coming up. She's taking tower damage. She's taking Greymane damage. She's taking Stitches damage, but she does manage to bounce away and skip the victory, so she is fine at the moment. Leoric is trying to make his team, just trying to give a little bit room for his team to maneuver here. Leoric is taking a lot of KT damage. He is spreading that KT damage to his other teammates. Lunara and Ariel are taking a lot of damage. Tassadar is at the bottom and in the middle soaking, so he is getting that level advantage for his team. So he has moved up north to assist his team in claiming the shrine, but I think it's a little bit too late, possibly. They do have 34 skulls, and KT is just flame striking everything in sight. The red team is at 39. They do lose Stitches, but they do gain that Punisher. Greymane is backing out. He is rooted. There is no healer in sight. He might go down, but he's just gonna make it. He's gonna crawl past the gate. He's gonna be perfectly fine. Tassadar is gonna take a few punches from that frozen Punisher. They're just waiting for that Punisher to jump over. and get distracted. The red team's just spreading out. They're going down south. Leoric is going to try to make their push a little bit more difficult than it would be without him. So the Punisher's going to do his thing, probably not going to keep or anything, but they are going to push down that wall. The Punisher is down. Leoric, we'll look at the talents here. Leoric is going for a Drain Hope type build. His Drain Hope is getting 30%. I believe it's 30% longer for his tier 1 talent, and his tier 4 talent is getting, he doesn't have any penalty when he's using Drain Hope. I believe that's what the talents are. It looks like Tacitor is going more for a kind of quasi damage build here. He's trying to do that auto attack damage every second that he's doing damage. He earns a stack of damage increase. He's currently at 13, 14, currently going up. Very good. And Ariel's going for some kind of healing build. So very, very interesting on the enemy team. Lunara is going for her standard Lunara build, pretty much every build that all the professionals go. It's a good one, probably one of my favorite. Uther does go down here. They do catch him out. He will turn into an Obi Kenobi Force and Ghosts, and he will explode. He will be purged from this world, and he will be no more. But he'll be back in about what is this? 3 seconds. Sorry, my mouse is over the Uther. I couldn't actually see it there. So Greymane and Chin are going to do damage and try to force down at least one of those towers, or at least that keep wall, while KT and Stitches take care of the southern siege camp. It looks like they're not going to be able to get that keep wall like they previously hoped. You'll notice that Lunara and Ariel are sticking together. These two are hand in hand. They're two peas in a pod. They work simultaneously as one. So that's what you'll be seeing. It looks like down south, the red team is really pushing this bottom camp, this southern camp. They really want to take this tower down. The blue team captures the top mercenary camp, or the shaman camp as some people would like to refer it to. And it's interesting because the red team might actually just give up this this arcane Punisher. They might let the blue team take it in response to that. What they're going to do is take that southern blue team fort. So that's a very interesting trade there. We'll see if maybe they can capitalize it. Maybe they can stop the blue team from actually claiming their middle fort. Greymane is sitting around mid, thinking about going in, maybe throwing a cocktail in someone's face. I'm sorry, guys. I just ate grapes, so I'm like have this weird quasi burp. If you hear me going like this, it's me forcing out a disgusting burp. So we'll see what happens. The blue team is actually rotating up, trying to get a Chin kill, but let's be honest here. Chin's just gonna walk around. He's not gonna be full. He's not gonna be caught out. He's a fat panda bear, and if you've ever tried to poke down a panda bear in real life, try to give him a little stabby stab with a poison spear, you know that's what they feed on. That's what they hunger for. So Leoric is getting that slow in. He is going to catch KT and Stitches. It looks like KT's going to go down, but before he goes down, he's going to place a Phoenix. It looks like Arthas is harassing Greymane, and Stitches does pull Arthas away from Greymane, and it looks like Leoric is going to be saved by a Divine Aegis on the left side. Arthas might be in trouble, but he looks like he's just walking away. It looks like the blue team does have his back. He's going to be fine. The Arcane Punisher has moved into the middle fort for the red team. The red team's got to be very careful. Even Chin is getting a little bit low. Oh, Arthas is going low as well. And it looks like Ariel does not have a lot of hope, so he does have to be careful. It looks like the middle tower did go down, so it looks like it is an even trade. The blue team did get that middle tower. The red team did get the southern tower. So we are a 1-for-1 here, guys. It looks like it wasn't all for a loss, and it looks like the blue team is almost they're about a quarter of a level. Actually, they're a little bit more than a quarter. They're about half a level ahead of the red team. So they're already hitting level 12. We'll level and they'll hit their 13 talents. the blue team has gone for some very zoning talents here, especially on Tassadar and Leoric. We got the Tomb, we got the Force Wall. That's going to push the red team away, kind of try to separate them from their team, and the blue team is going to try to capitalize on just having one healer. You know, they're going to try to probably zone out Uther and try to isolate that kill. That's probably what their task is, as well as leaping around and getting into the back line with that Lunara, or just getting that escape on. Over for the red team, they're going to have that cursed bullet. They're going to try to take down those two tanky Leoric and Arthuses. I was about to say Artanuses, but you know that ain't the case, because Arthas ain't no Protoss. He's definitely a Terran. Chin is going to have a little bit of survivability with Earth, Storm, and Fire. Uther's going to use that Divine Shield, save anyone that's getting low. It's kind of like a Divine Aegis, but in my opinion, a little bit better, because the individual that you place it on can move. It looks like the blue team is going to get that southern keep down there, while the red team's actually going to get, that southern port, while the red team is actually going to get that northern port. We can see here that the hero damage, Lunara is doing a ton of hero damage. She has the shields, she has the crown, she has the spears, she knows where to fling them, and she is doing a ton of damage. You can see that Leoric is also doing a lot of damage as well. And KT is doing a moderate amount of damage on the red team, but the blue team is capitalizing on that damage. It looks like the blue team has split up. We got 3 south, and we got 2 trying to defend, but it looks like there's going to have to be more that's going to be pulled back, because the red team is really taking it to this keep. The blue team might lose this keep. It's already halfway down. Arthas is going in, and Stitches is pooping all over Arthas. Arthas has his Army of the Dead popped. That way he can heal. He doesn't necessarily need a lot of heals. They can focus their heals on Leoric and Lunara, who are getting rather low. Chin is popping Force, Storm, and Fire. Uther does go down. He is going to turn into a little baby ghost, and Chin is going after Leoric. Leoric is trying to escape. Greymane is all over him. Greymane might go down here. It looks like he does get popped. The wolf is going to die. Lunara might go down to this flame strike, and she does. KT does what he needs to do best. He does that flame strike. Everyone is about half health right now. I think KT is pushing his luck, except he is going to hit that tower and get it. He's going to hit that keep and get it down. One keep down, that means those cannons are going to push in, and they're going to make it a little bit harder. If the red team can cap this northern shrine, if they can hit the little helmets off those skeletal minions, then claim that Punisher for themselves. I believe it's a mortar Punisher that they're getting this time. We had a frozen and arcane, so it's usually best practice that this is going to be a mortar Punisher. We'll see right here. Yes, it is a mortar Punisher. You can tell because it is a red shrine. So if the red team can capitalize on this, they are going to have a big mortar Punisher pushing into the keepless top lane. Let's see what happens. We got Arthas attacking that Stitches. We got Uther back in there. He's back from the dead. The death timers aren't that bad right now. We got Arthas being focused by Greymane. Greymane is getting that Divine Shield. Leoric does go down. Oh, he turns into a ghost himself, and the blue team has to retreat. It looks like we have Greymane still on the hunt. He wants that Aria. Aria is going to go into a Divine Aegis. KT is going to take some Flame Strike damage. Greymane's going to kill Aria. She's going to go down with one vicious swipe of those beautiful, beautiful claws. Ooh, man. It looks like the red team might actually claim this tower. We got a death timer on Ariel of 23 seconds, so they're missing their main healer. It's going to be very difficult to get this shrine to. It's just gonna be very difficult, guys, to get the red team away from the shrine. Is what I'm trying to say here. You can see that Lunara is still doing a ton of damage. Leoric is doing his damage too. Although he's a tank, he's able to get in there. He's able to use his skeletal swing to slow everyone. He's able to use his drain hope to, you know, do what he's actually draining hope, guys. He's draining hope. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's got. That's what he's known to do. And that's what he's gonna do. So the blue team is circling around, just getting keeps. They might actually go in for the game. They're gonna assume that the red team is down south. The red team is waiting with 39 skeletal minions. All they need is one more to cap. Arthas does see them. It looks like this is going to be a gank. They're gonna try to get a full man team wide because this is exactly what they need. Arthas is extremely low. Ariel is giving them the hill. There is a good entomb here, taking down Uther. Uther is down, but he isn't down for the count. He is a ghost, and there's another ghost on the field as well. It's Leoric Wraith walking away, but Uther is going to be ghost busted, and he's going to go back to the mana well. I guess that's what you can call it, the Nexus well. I'm not sure what you call that place. He's just no longer on the field right now. The red team is going to cap the blue team's siege camp or goat minion demons. Lunara is going to jump around and try to get that gray man. He is extremely low. They do take him out. And those goat minions are attacking Lunara. The red team does have a good push on that middle keep. They have 2 goat minions, goat waves, siege camps, whatever you want to call them, pushing that fort. Let's see what happens here. It looks like the red team might be going for that top left or that top right shaman camp. And I think the blue team's going to clear this up just fine. Stitches is going for that traditional cleave build that we see, except for his level 1 talent. That differs a little bit. Uther's going for the standard, what do you call this? Just the healing. I mean, that's what Uther does. He just heals. He went for benediction, you know, that depends on if he wants to do some extra stuns, some extra holy radiances. That's what that gives him. So his healing is just top notch. KT is going for kind of like a quasi flame strike build. It doesn't look like he went for the stacks at level 1, but maybe because there's a Lunara, maybe because there's a lot of slow and gank potential. He thought he might have died, or maybe he thinks that maybe there's going to be some mana inefficiencies. He's going to be using a lot of flame strikes, a lot of mana during these fights, and I guess that isn't exactly false, because he has been flame striking, has been living bomb, he has been phoenixing, he has been tossing out those clutch tornadoes. Stitches is going to try to find a hook in the shadows, but he doesn't exactly get anyone. The blue team's got to be very careful. If they go down here, that's probably game. So they have to play very defensive. They have to pull that Punisher down to their middle keep, where they have some ammo. So the keep itself is like their own Punisher. They're trying to even the playing field here. Leoric is backing out. Tassadar doesn't get hooked. He's just going to dimensional shift away. The red team does take out that middle keep. It's going to be difficult for the blue team to keep pushing with integrity, with fidelity, because they're going to have those cannons attacking their fort from the north, from the mid now. Chin is taking a lot of damage, but there is the friendly hook coming in from Stitches, saving that fat panda bear, giving him a nice pat on the head, saying, hey man, it's okay, baby, we got you here. You're gonna get all the eucalyptus leaves that you'd ever want. You're gonna get all that alcohol that you'd ever want. We could see that KT has definitely caught up to Lunara in damage. He's only about 100 hero damage away. He's doing great on siege damage. And he's just doing good overall. He's doing great. The red team is about 1 level away from getting level 20. The blue team is about a level and a half away from getting level 20. So they have to be very careful. The next shrine could be fought at a disadvantage. Maybe one team has 20, maybe the other team has 19. We'll see in a second how that exactly works. Yeah, it's getting kind of crazy, getting kind of hazy. Maybe even though the blue team has more kills, I wouldn't say an egregious amount of kills. They only have 4, but they have only 1 keep left, 1 southern keep left, while the red team has 1 fort and 3 keeps. They need to make progress, and I don't think this little goat siege camp is really going to do what they need to do, if you know what I'm saying. The Tassadar gets hooked. He's probably going to dimensional shift away. Leoric does take a flame strike to the face. They're just going to have to back out. Someone has to take care of those northern cannons that are going to be pushing in here soon. We have minions and cannons pushing in. It looks like Leoric is going to be on cleanup duty. He is the master at just wave clear. That's what they call him. He's got one skeletal swing, and then he's got a lot of auto attacks. But I mean, he'd probably be the best out of the blue team to do it. Maybe Arthas could have gone back, but Arthas is all about those slows. The blue team is rotating up to the shrine, which has about 3 seconds left. We have level 20s picked. We have Uther with his resurrection, Stitches with his armor, KT with the flame strike, Shin with the bruise, and Greymane with the bullet, what do you call that? Bullet spread, AoE, I don't know. Chin is going all in here. Arthas does get a Divine Aegis, and here comes Stitches pooping all over Arthas. It might be over for Arthas. Lunar is trying to do as much damage as possible, trying to get that hope on Ariel, but it is not enough. The level 20 is just too powerful, and it looks like the Orc's going to go down as well down south. We got Stitches, and Uther is doing his best job healing up his teammates, giving them that devotion aura. Ariel's going to get some towel pots, but she is going to take a KT living bomb to the face. Greymane's getting low himself. Lunar is going to get taken down. She gets Stitches hooked. Uther hammered, and all we have left is Tassadar, and all we have left is Ariel. And guys, I don't think that's enough. These death timers, the next one up is Leoric. He might be able to cheat death a little bit, but I mean, we got a 5-man push. It ain't happening for the blue team, guys. I think this one is going to go to the red team. I need to look up if the red team is Sinix or not, or if they're 2+2. But anyway, the red team does get taken out. We're gonna move into game 2 of Sinix versus 2+2. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for this opportunity to cast this game, and I'll see you in the next match.